Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be putting you guys through on how I made this Bolero crop jacket. If this is what you're interested in, please keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to fold my pattern paper into two. I'm going to mark out my body, my normal body. I used 17 inches for this. So I'm going to get my armhole line. I'll place it at 8 inches, my bust point at 10 inches. Then I'm gonna get my shoulder measurements, shoulder divided by 2. I will make a mark there. Then I'm gonna come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll connect. I'll be using 2.5 by 1 inch for this neck depth. This for the back side. I'm going to connect it this way. Then I'm going to extend it this way. I'm going to add my 1/2 inch stitching allowance at the shoulder. Then I'm going to take my normal body measurements, bust divided by 4 plus 2 inches stitching allowance. Whatever thing I get at my bust, I'm going to mark it straight down to my jacket length because it's going to be a free jacket. Then I'll connect. When I'm done connecting, I'm going to curve my armhole. When I'm done, I'll cut it out. So I'm going to cut my front piece. I get my jacket length. Then I'm going to get my armhole line, 8 inches, bust point 10 inches. I'll connect it down. Shoulder divided by 2, 1 inch shoulder slope. I'll connect. I'm going to use 2.5 width and 2.5 depth for this neck. That's for the front. Then I'll also add my 1/2 inch stitching allowance at the shoulder. I'm going to mark my bust divided by 4 plus my stitching allowance. I'll also take it down to my jacket length and I'll connect it straight down and curve my armhole. So to get that curve, I'm going to come in this way by 2 inches. Then for the depth of the neck, from my shoulder, I'm just going to come down 8 inches this way to know where I'm going to connect my curve. I'm not going to connect it down to my neckline. I'll just connect it this way. You can decide to take it up, but I'm going to use 8 inches. Then I'll just connect it this way. This is optional. Your curve can go up, your curve can also come down, but this is what I want to achieve. Then I'll cut it out this way. Then I'll open here up. Okay, so this is what we have. I'm going to show you what it already looks like. This is what it looks like. So now I'm going to open up the back piece into two because I'll be using 2 different fabric for the back as well. So I'm going to open it up. So these are 2 different fabrics I'll be working with. I'm going to take 1 piece of the back and 1 piece of the front. That's what I'll be using to trace my fabric. So I'll trace the front first. So you need to be careful when cutting this, so you don't cut the wrong side. I'll first of all place my pattern paper and make sure that the 2 armhole parts are aligning this way. It's either you cut your fabric front meet front or you cut back meet back, so that it will align perfectly. Just watch the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to bring it this way and make sure that it's aligning. Here we are. 1 piece for the front and 1 piece for the back. This way, if you're joining it together, it will align properly, you see. So with this now, I'm going to use 1 piece for the front and trace for the other fabric, and then 1 piece for the back and trace for the other fabric also. So here's what we have. So this is for the sleeve. I'm going to cut out the sleeve. It's a free sleeve. I'm marking out my sleeve length plus the folding allowance. So I'm going to come down here now by 5 inches at this end. Then I'm going to place down my armhole measurement being 8 plus my stitching allowance. Then I'm going to place my round sleeve divided by 2. I'll make a mark plus my stitching allowance. At this top part, I'm going to come in by 3 inches. And the sleeve is ready. We'll cut it out. Then I'm going to trace it with my 2 different fabric as well. Here it is. I'm done tracing. And I'm also gone ahead to trace the lining for them as well. So I'll take this to my machine and close the back this way. When I'm done closing, I'll take 1 piece of the front. I'll take it this way and close it down. Then I'll also take this other piece and close it down this way. And I'll do same for the lining. Then I'll bring it back. Okay, I'm done turning the jacket. I also use lining to turn my sleeve as well. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine now, close down the sleeve. I'll close it down this way, then I'll bring it back. Okay, I'm done. So now we'll be concentrating on the collar. So I'm going to take my tape and measure around the neck. And it gave me 14. So we'll be working with 14. So I'll fold my interface into 2 this way. Then I'm going to divide my neck. The neck measurement, I got 14, so I'm going to divide it into 2 this way because my interface is folded into 2. I'll make a mark. I'll take it down this way. When I'm done, I'll roll a straight line. So at this end now, I'm going to come in by 1/3, but you can use 1/2 if you want, but I'm using 1/3 for this. I'll take it down. Then I'll connect with my ruler. Then for the bigger part of the collar, I'm also going to use 2/3. You can also decide to use 2.5 if you want. Then I'll also connect it. Then from this point, from here, I'm going to come in by 1 inch. I'll make a mark. Then I'm going to use my hand to blend it in. Just watch the way I'm connecting it. I'll blend it in this way. Then from there, I'm also going to connect it straight to the bigger part of the collar, just this way. And then when I'm done, at this other end, this bigger part, I'm going to come in 1/2 inch. Then I'm also going to use my hand to blend it into that line. When I'm done with that, then I'll cut it out. Just watch closely how I'm cutting it. That's the smaller part. Then I'll cut this 1/2 inch out. Then at this end, I don't want this place to be sharp, so I'm just going to come in like 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to blend it in this way. Then I'll cut it out. So I'm going to notch this middle. I'll also notch this side. And I'm also going to head to cut out 2 pieces each that I'll be using to sew this collar. So I'm going to iron it this way and sew down the way I'm doing. So when I'm done, I'm going to trim this excess out. Then I'm going to turn it over and iron it. Then I'm going to make a notch at the middle. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and then sew it down. I'm going to trim out these excesses after sewing. Then I'm going to turn it over and iron it. Then when I'm done, I'm going to trim this out. This is too much, so I'm going to trim it out, leaving 1/2 inch that I'll use to join it to my jacket. Then I'll notch the middle. So I'm going to place it this way. I'll open it up, take this end and sew it. I'm done sewing that part. Then I'm going to close it in this way and also sew it. I'll push this in. Then I'm going to sew it down. And here we are. The jacket is ready. So I'm just going to iron it. And that's it. Please, if you watched this far, thank you. I really appreciate. Please subscribe to this channel. Share this video. Like and comment. I really appreciate it. See you guys in my next video. Bye.